Hi everyone! So today I thought we could talk about some of the books that are coming out in November. Now I know we're part way through the month already, but with the UK YA author week coming up towards the end of the month, I am a little behind with things. But nevertheless, I thought we could go through some of the titles that are coming out this month that are either coming out towards the end of the month or have already come out and that I am excited for. So there's a mix of everything, but there's also a lot of fantasy coming out this month, which I am so excited for and so happy for. Obviously, there's so many books coming out this month that I couldn't possibly go through them all, so this is just going to be a sample of some of the ones I am personally most excited for. But without further ado, here's some of the books that are coming out in November. So first up we have a book that I have been dying to read since I first heard the press about it. It is a fantasy, so you know I'm already here for it, but just let me tell you about it and I'm sure you'll be just as excited as me. So the book in question is The Skin of the Sea. Now this came out on the 4th of November in the UK, I believe, and the fact that I haven't read it yet actually pains me, because to be quite honest, it sounds like everything I want in a fantasy. So Skin of the Sea follows our main character, who is a mermaid and spends their time collecting the souls of those who have died at sea and blessing them on their journeys onwards. However, when a living boy is thrown overboard, our main character decides to do the unthinkable. She saves his life. This goes against the ancient decrees of the land and puts her in the position of having to go on against the gods themselves. I mean, do I need to say more? This book is inspired by West African mythology and is said to be along the lines of the Children of Blood and Bone meets the Little Mermaid, and I don't think I really need to say anything else. I honestly cannot wait to read this, and it is next on my list, so of course I will let you know what I think about it and how I feel about it, but safe to say I am very excited for this one. So the next book is something that I am sure is at the top of everybody's lists to read this month. It's from the queen of YA fairy tale retellings herself, Marissa Meyer, and that is Gilded. Now when I got this proof I was so excited, and let me tell you, it does not disappoint. Now, for anybody who's read other books by this author, you'll know that her worlds are always captivating and spellbinding. They're always sensational. They pull you in and capture your attention and they just don't let you go. And Gilded is no different. Gilded is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling that's just... This book makes me want more Rumpelstiltskin retellings because honestly it is fabulous. So Gilded follows the story of our main character, who is a poor miller's daughter. Now she's developed a rather troublesome talent for spinning stories that are spellbinding and captivating, but also entirely untrue. Or so everyone believes. Now, during the course of this story, her talent for drawing and telling tall tales captures the attention of people you don't really want to capture the attention of. This leads to her being kind of drawn into a world filled with ghouls and phantoms and other just haunting, grim things. And in the end, the king basically challenges her or orders her to complete the impossible task of spinning straw into gold, or be killed for telling all of her falsehoods and lies. Now, this is such a good book. Like, I don't want to say much more because I feel like you literally need to read this for yourself. I mean, the tagline itself, all magic comes at a price but love wasn't part of the bargain, is incredible. It's filled with ancient curses, bad kings, hunts and everything. It's just an incredible novel, and you definitely need to put this at the top of your to be read pile. So next up we have something that was very kindly sent to me by Little Tiger, the publishers, and honestly I'm so excited. So that is When Shadows Fall. Now, not only is this book absolutely gorgeous on the outside, the illustrations in here are absolutely beautiful. Now, this is written in prose and verse, so that's something a little bit different to me, but I'm still super excited. Every time I read something like that, I do fall in love with that style of writing, so I'm very excited to read this. It is a book that explores so many themes, from mental health and disaffected youth to community and urban green spaces. It's supposed to be an incredibly powerful book, told with heart and care. It follows a story of kind of friendship and community, and I'm so excited for it that I just had to mention it. So the next book on this list will come as no surprise to anyone, I think, and it is actually the second in a series. So the book in question is called The Bone Shards Emperor, and whilst I don't have a copy yet, I will soon, as I have had this on pre-order for as long as I can remember. I've just fell in love with the world in the first book so much, I knew I had to get my hands on the second book as soon as possible. So the first book was The Bone Shard Daughter, which I've talked about more than a few times to anyone who will listen. So this is an epic dark fantasy following our main character, who is the daughter of the Emperor. Now, the Emperor, he's not the best, but he rules due to the fact that him and his daughter have the power of bone shard magic, which means they can create magical constructs to do all their bidding. Anything from a super simple puppet to kind of do anything, to super intelligent spies who are loyal to their master. Now, this is an incredible book that follows the overthrowing of a government. Now, the second book in the fantasy series is about what starts where we left off. So the Emperor is dead, long live the Emperor is the tagline. Now, I am so excited for this. Now, in the previous book, the Emperor got overthrown by his daughter, and the second book in the series, she's on the throne, but she's won that at a really high cost, and her struggles are just the beginning. I honestly cannot wait to read this book. I am so excited. And the second it is in my hands, I will probably drop everything else to read it. So it's definitely one to look out for. And if you haven't read the first one, it's something that I recommend to anybody that likes fantasy reads, because it's quite honestly one of the best fantasies that I've read in a really long time. And The Bone Shard Daughter in particular is a really strong first book. Now I know currently so many of you are shouting at the screen telling me that I've forgotten book A, book B and book C, but honestly there's so many incredible books coming out this month that there's no way that I could cover them all, and I don't think anybody wants to hear me talk for that long either. So I will be talking about more of the books that have come out this month on Instagram and things like that, so if you want to check those out to see what other books are coming out this month, then please do. All the links will be down in the description, and I'd love for you to comment and let me know what books you're really excited for that come out this month, or maybe one of the ones I mentioned you're really interested in. I'd love it if you let me know. But that's everything for today, so I will see you next time. Bye!